तो यार कुल मिला के बात ये लाइक I started with Hindi but let me switch to English. So I was trying to understand this whole application, BookBrains application. Initially I tried to fix some issues but I could not get any easy issues, so then I switched to like why not understand the entire application and how it works. The thing that I figured out is this is a mixture, this or application uses a mixture of a server side rendering and a client server architecture. So what happens is the initial some of the HTML code is initially rendered by the is sent to the browser by the uh, application by the sorry by the server on request, and then in that code which is sent by the server to the application, there is some embedded code to load the client part, and that once that client part is loaded, it hooks up to all other functionalities given in the client folder in this particular GitHub project. So the most important thing to understand in a project is like how it is all getting started. So basically what happens is there is an app.js file, right? So I think this is the thing that starts, and probably yeah this is the string that starts, and you can see some port and all, and a server in recent on the port. So basically this is the main application, app application, because it has got a server which listens on a particular port. So that is what a server is. It is basically an application. It is basically what to say, the server is basically a program which runs continuously and listens on a port. That's what the server is. Okay, and then what it does is that this app.js file somehow imports uses this routes.js file which is here, right? To import a router, like you can see this part, it imports a router from the index.router, and yeah, that index.router is coming from this index.js page. Now this index.js page basically uses a target function to basically generate a entire JSX and send back the JSX for the browser to process. Okay, so this target function basically generates that JSX using some information which is passed on to it, right? So yeah, it either generates a JSX or it generates HTML. Anything would work. If that details is not that important, we can easily like get into those details and figure it out. But the thing is that how it is all coming together. So the target sends back information to the browser, which is responsible for using which the browser can load the initial HTML code. And yeah, and so basically there is some code to set up routes dynamically, and this is basically the script file is generally loading the the index file of the client, and it is using a dynamic route. This dynamic route will be set up, I think it is set up in the index page itself. I don't know, I think mostly it is set up in the app.js page. Yeah, this should be set up somewhere here. I'm just trying to find this is the line which is set up, that this route is set up. So once that request is made, let me go back to that index.js file. Yeah, so when that request is made, this sort of request is made, the application would know where to look for it, and that is set up by the dynamic routing which I just showed you in the application app.js file, right? So this is like a lot of jargon that I've told. You'll not understand even a bit of it. The basic thing is the app.js file runs, and it sends back initial response to the server. This is called server side program. Why it is done? Because mostly it is done because this basically gives a faster loading speed. That's all it is, and then that has an embedded code to bring out the client index file, which again links to all other files of the client, and then it imports a bunch of functionalities which can be run on the browser itself without getting any calls back to the server if not required. Okay, so that is how it is all coming together. Obviously I think the basic code is in React, and there is some other there is an ORM that is also used for using for communicating with the database in a more efficient manner. So yeah, so that is basically what I've understood from the project. I think this understanding is enough for me to get started with some more complex issues which I'll try to get into. Yeah, till now this is what I've understood. Okay, see you in the next video.